there, Vikings! Back to our last Azlanti challenge. We had just tried on the live show to create a song and write some lyrics because we're playing as Skald, but it was actually harder than I believed. I thought like it would come out on the spot with some lyrics, but I was only stupid stuff came out of my brain. So we dropped that. So sadly, no singing for you guys. Or luckily. And we're back at the tavern. We just came to our senses. And apparently I was unconscious for quite a long time. So let's see what happened.
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters.
Okay.
We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
That sounds interesting. I found a cultist dispatch in a dungeon. It seems like they're holed up in the Tower of Estron.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly.
Okay.
I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But
Yeah?
just scouting. Don't be a hero.
I hear you. Scout down the tower, I guess. Okay. What's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
I like your rep already. What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital.
Holy shit.
We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Fair enough. Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomede. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside.
Oh.
The Canabras Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss.
Oh, holy moly. Can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently.
Traveler.
A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller.
The Storyteller! We know it from
Insisted he be
Kingmaker.
allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone.
Okay.
Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the
it looks like a
Storyteller
bit
knew
extreme.
what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit.
Staunton.
You saw him during the demon attack.
Yeah.
The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
So find the Storyteller. And escort or scout the Tower of Eldrod or something like that. Okay.
There's another problem.
Another
After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open.
And take the
In
carousel
case you
back,
find
okay?
something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack.
Okay.
In the chaos that is now Canabris, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori,
Janna Aldori.
a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together.
Janna
But now
Aldori is
Sela's
friends with
returned
Sela.
with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Okay. Janna Aldori. Gotcha. Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabris still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart.
Okay.
We need every fighter we can muster for the final assault.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
I
good
mean,
morning.
ma'am.
If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well,
Oh.
it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can
Check.
take whatever you find.
Tira
You
body
have more need of
house. Kitchen. Kitchen. Okay. Gotcha. I like it that she's saluting in front of me. I'm in bed. Injured. Meow. Can rest in bed. Personal chests. Oh my goodness. What is all this? A lot of magical items. I'll grab those. Meow. And we've got a level. A level in Skald. Persuasion. Perception. So perception now, because I don't know how often we'll be alone. And now we're gonna have lingering performance. The effects of your body performance carry on even after you have stopped performing. The bonus and penalties from your body performance continues for 2 rounds after you cease performing. Any other requirements, such as range or specific condition, must be still met. That sounds good. That sounds good. Extra performance. That sounds also good. Fast learner. Yeah, minus my attack shots, but I shoot twice. All is good. What the hell is throw anything? Oh, we've thrown splash weapons. Okay. Improved initiative sounds also very good. Extra rage powers. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? While raging, the barbarian gains a bite attack? Nah. While raging, the barbarian gains 2 claw attacks? Nah. While raging, whenever barbarian is subject to a spell or non-spelling healing effect. That cures hit points. She heals 1 additional point. Celestial totem. Interesting. While the raging barbarian gets a +2 on saving throws against acid damage and death effects. Disease and poison. Interesting. While raging barbarian grows a pair of large horns. Interesting. Welcome into Rodarino. Chad, does those rage powers go to all of my members since I have the rage thing for everyone? Takes a more defensive posture. This grants her a +1 dodge bonus on her armor class. Interesting. +1 on the melee ones. +1 on the melee attacks. +1 of the attack rolls, but -1 of the AC. Dude, I don't know. But lingering performance sounds like something that we want. Fuck, I have to choose one now. Sense invisible people? That sounds like a good buff. I'm not sure if there's a lot of deadly accuracy. What is that? The Burning Kill scores a critical threat while in the lethal stance. She applies double the lethal stance bonus and roll. Holy shit. And thrown weapons attack rolls. Okay. This gives me a plus bonus on my damage roll. And this gives me a +1 bonus on my attack rolls. I think hitting is always better than the damage itself. I mean, plus damage sounds good, but actually hitting is always better than causing extra damage. Because if you don't hit, well... Then we get deadly accuracy, where a crit will... Oh my goodness. Okay. And this one, crippling bows. Sounds also not bad. Deals additional damage to her constitution modifier. Oh my goodness. I'm torn here. Chad, what do you think? Should we go with lethal stance and increase the way of our attack rolls? Or should we grab power stance and later on racking blows, where our constitution modifier is attached to a normal attack, not a crit. I'm torn here. Stronger hits or hit better? I think hit better. Yeah, we're gonna go with lethal stance. I'm gonna go with lethal stance. I get another spell. Hideous laughter sounds like something. Or scream that could successful 42 save negates the daze effect and halves the damage. You could daze someone for 1 turn. Ah! Nice. Nice. Material components for spells like Treat Affliction. Yeah, we know that. Oh, there we go. Can level up the others one as well. Zen Archer 3. Hold them all. We get a lot of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Dragon style, improved initiative. Martial weapons, hand crossbow. Nah, you're gonna go on your longbow things. Shield proficiency, skill focus. Throw anything, toughness. Again, +3 hit points for every hit die you possess. Beyond 3. Get additional 1 hit points for every 3 hit die you gain. Which is when you gain a level. That gives me just more constitution. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Blind fights. Deadly aim. You can choose to take a 1- penalty on the attack range rolls and gain a +2 on your damage rolls. That could go well with the Bard's Rage. Point Blank Master. Longbows. Gonna be a good longbow guy. Completes. Good. Let's see on you, milady. So... Lore Arcana and Nature. Get a weapon focus. Improved Elven immunities. Elven spirits. Oh, that sounds good. You possess the Elven magic racial traits of the elves, granting a +2 racial bonus on a caster's level check and made overcome spell resistances. That sounds good. Piranha Strike. Wielding a light weapon. You can choose to take 1- on your attack roll to gain a +2 on the damage roll. That might also be something. Warrior Priest. Okay. Oh no, there's a missing leveling. Welcome back, welcome back. Toughness sounds also interesting. But what I would like with you is the precise strike to have. Instead of the weapon focus. Should I give you first weapon focus? She's a good 2-weapon fighter. You mean like 2 rapiers? Should I go for 2-weapon fighting and then give her 2 rapiers and be like, "Zdeggy, deggy, deggy"? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Paladin. Religion. Athletics and mobility. Combat mobility. You can easily move through a dangerous melee. Benefit, you get a +4 dodge bonus to armor class against attack of opportunity. Nah. Make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round. Yeah. Blind fights might come super good. Human with defeats gain a +2 racial bonus on saving throws and resist mind effects. The bonus increases to +4 if the effect is also a fear one. Ooh, that might come in handy. That might come in handy. You must be using a shield to use this feat once per round. You would normally be hit with an attack from a ranged weapon. You may deflect it and take no damage, as if you had deflect arrow's feet. You must be aware of the attack, not flat-footed. Okay. Okay. Stealthy, toughness. Toughness sounds good. You gain +3 hit points for every hit die you possess beyond 3. You get an additional +1 hit point if you have more than that. So make her more tankier. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for toughness. I think I might go for toughness. Let's go through it once more. I mean, power attacks is also good. Actually on hands. Yeah, not yet. Combat reflexes. Combat mobility. Plant armor. Alertness. Weapon focus. Yeah. Go with toughness. So, at third level, every 3 levels thereafter, Paladin can select 1 Mercy. Each Mercy adds an effect to the Paladin Lay on Hands ability. Whenever the Paladin uses Lay on Hands to heal the target also receives additional effect from all the Mercies possessed by the Paladin. Ooh. Taking off Fatigued sounds like something super good. So we can push onwards and don't have to rest so much. Let's grab that. What I grabbed with my main. Let me check. I grabbed with my main Lethal Stance as a rage power because everybody gets Lethal Stance, I guess, if they rage, if I understood this correctly. And I grabbed myself what else did I grab? Lethal Stance and Lingering Performance. There we go. Lingering Performance that I grabbed. So I can do my Inspired Rage and then it lingers for 3 turns. And I don't have to have it active all the time. Hey, wait. Might have bend your ear about something? So here's the first and most important thing. Beth, give you a crucial mission. I get it. And I know you'll get the job done. I'll see you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on the errands, we have weakened our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I do know if we'll be able to fight them off. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? No! Your task is far too important. You just can't hole up here all cozy and like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. You need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send the runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll become back in an ash of pile, got it? When do you think the demons will attack next? I guess it's as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those Romanos, they've lost the upper hands, and that with going to push back hard, things kick off. After the attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you got any business that needs taking care of, you'd better do it soon. Oh, I see. Thanks for the warning. See you later. The divided city. So I am under time pressure. Hey, Staunton, do you know where that storyteller is? The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high, crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that its all inside is dead.
Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Brain. I've heard rumors about me.
His face, which looks like it has never known anything as a carefree, is a small grimace.
Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true.
I need to talk to the elf that calls himself the storyteller. Do you know where I can find him?
The storyteller? Strange old fellow. That one, he used to sit with me for hours asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first I wanted him in his questions as far as away from possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he is alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too. So he's alone in the city. You probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him at the Black Wing.
So storyteller is at the Black Wing. Okay.
Don't know what he used the libraries to a blind elf, but he loves the place.
Okay. What do people say about you?
They say I'm a traitor as bad as Arelo Woljif. That I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned. The Queen Godfrey should have never have spared me. That I belong in the gallows.
Why do they hate you so much?
You really don't know? I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in this fortress, on the edge of the world wound, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the wounds, mighty unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so. But the queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I've done. So that's how I live. Decade after decade fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I fixed nothing, and have earned no one's forgiveness. You're going to spit on my face too? It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh. I must take it to unlock it? Interesting. Spit into Staunton's face. Oh, man. Dude, I hope you earn forgiveness. Thank you from the depths of my soul. I thank you, but I haven't had hope for a long, long time. How did the whole city fell because of you? What do you mean, how? If you didn't trust the word of the condemned, go ask someone else. Like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe it, what is it to me? But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. So many years in the condemned, surely you have paid your penance by now. That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the hands of the queens. The condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Torek for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. I've only the father of the dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but to just tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own god doesn't think I deserve redemption? Ooh, man. Staunton, you are walking dangerous paths there. I have to go. Go on then, maybe we'll see each other again. I'm a bit sorry for Staunton. He isn't the brightest that just fall in love with the wrong person. Yeah. And, I mean, Minago is an eye candy, so I can imagine that she influenced him in all kinds of ways. Today we live, but what about tomorrow? I know you two. You're the cleric. Exactly. Who's that boy with you? This one, Kiado, the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy, and his faith is strong. He serves Erastel. I see. What kind of help can I expect from you? First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them. Something for every emergency. Second one, I can read one for you. Guaranteed no surprises, but you better not go into the city without a cleric. I see. Show me your scrolls. Eye candy, no pun intended. No pun intended. Protection from chaos communal. That sounds good. Let's grab that. Probably not sell these at your place. Does it make a difference at what seller I sell what? Scroll of haste. Scroll of raised dead. Oh, that's a good one. So it doesn't matter whom I sell what. Okay. Masterwork longbow. Composite longbows. 26 daggers. I got a lot of rings. I have to check them out. Let's make a deal. I got 3k. Icy Protector. The ring grants the wearer cold resistance. If the wearer has an ice plant hex, it also grants a +2 on their... That is amazing for her because she has the ice plant hex. Oh my, okay. 9.3k. 9k.3. Okay. I will try to save up for that. Sell all the junk. And since it stacks with everything, you basically can wear it the whole game. Wow. Malia, what do you have to say? Camilla looks over the pencilly toying with the snake-shaped bone amulet. Oh yeah, she has this snake-shaped amulet on her neck. She says something else, but the pause grows too long and she slips back into cautious silence. Tell me about yourself. Want to know more about me? You already do. Why? I talk to the spirits of this tormented land and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons. And I swear that you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Fair enough. Where do you learn to wield your rapier so well? I had good teachers. Although they don't get all the credits, I'm most diligent students. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where do you get it? Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you, this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not drawn to beautiful, useless things? You're more relaxed during combat. Your battle cries are uninhibited. She blushes slightly. So you've noticed. To be honest, I find it embarrassing, you see. Being a shaman means having spirits of battle as my ever-present companions. In the heat of combat, they become rather vocal. Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversation, the spirits are calling me and I must respond. Please excuse me. Your speech tells me you are of noble birth. Camilla lost her practiced musical laugh. She watches you from under lowered lashes. Your most insightful, a fine quality to have. Chad? Forgive me if my questions disturbed you. I couldn't resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately if my talking upsets you. Ha, what wonderful words. Not at all, our conversation is exquisite delight. Camilla affords you a brief, friendly smile in appreciation of your manners. I'll talk to you later. Fucking Lamau, that photo. You like it? You like him? You like our character? Look at it. Top notch, man. We tried to write a song listen, but we failed miserably. I'm not good for songwriting. And we stopped. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, listen, please go send some love over there. Click that heart button in chat. He's a magnificent man. There's the Daphne bartender. Let's grab some loot over here. Dude, there's the cellar from the DLC. I wonder what's down there now after the attack of the demons. If there's something out there. So, Anevia, we talked to you. Anevia is in her muted colors, blends almost perfectly in the background. She appears relaxed, but her seemingly unfocused eyes are taking in everything around her, tracking and filtering potential threats. Oh hey, see how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if I feel like.
Enjoy your stay.
Does the game actually allow you to add photos, or is this your magic fingers doing? Yeah, it allows you to make your own custom character, import your own portraits. It wants you to have a portrait for the small size over here. When you go into the inventory, a portrait for this size, and a portrait for story moments where you have the big sized portrait. There's like 3 sizes that you have to put in there, and you can bring them in. Very easy to do. Zakats, welcome to the north, welcome to the fam. Yeah, there's a lot of mod packs also for a bazillion of portraits, if you want not to make yourself one. Are there any suspicious places in the city I should pay attention to? There are a couple of spots I wanted to check out.
You get that weird taste in your mouth after kissing another man?
Nope.
Me eat.
Hey. Hey, get a damn room. For 3. I'd like to taste for myself.
Schnittebeast, thank you for the 10. And nearly unlocking one of our goals and prolonging the stream. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. This fucking brilliant, man. Perhaps I should play this game. I mean, if you're into in-depth RPGs for hundreds of hours with a great story, where decisions have an impact, where it can be very creative in how you play your character. Although, I'll have to tell you, it is quite challenging. If you're not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, it's... yeah. It's hard. No message reader? Oh! For later, for the dessert, don't spend it on something else. Expect vanilla schnitten. I gotcha. I will grab myself a double-decker vanilla schnit again. Fun lies in challenge, exactly. Fuck yeah, I am. Although I must say, it requires a specific mood. 120 hours. First playthrough in Divinity was piss easy to go. Oh, you thought if I did not play Divinity. Oh, I did play Divinity a little bit. Depends probably on the difficulty you played on, I guess, as well. But Divinity is a little bit borked. I have stopped it. I have stopped it because I played an Ticanelicist. I have to play it. I will. I'm not sure if it will do good on stream though. I might do it as a series on YouTube. But I'll give it a try. If you guys want to, we can tackle Divinity as our next big game. So I've played a kineticist who like does telepathical stuff, and you can grab items and move them around. And I found in a city a chest, a golden chest that had an unlimited amount of stuff that you could put in there. And here's the clue. The more stuff you put into this chest, you like grab up everything, like sacks of wheat and stones and everything that has weight, you put into that chest. That chest becomes like 1,000 kilograms heavy, and you just move that chest with you. And when you have a battle, you just grab that chest and let it fall on the enemy, and it does 1 damage per kilogram. So you just plunge that chest on somebody, and he instantly gets 1 key damage. And for that, it was like getting ridiculous, and I stopped. I think after you move away from the beginner island. But yeah. Might be right there, unless loyal numbers. It can be a bit of a snoozy. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can give it a try and see how it goes. There are a couple of spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have the time. If there's really is a den and the cultists there, it would be good if you could swoop them, so don't have to need to search all the warrants. First one is the silken thread. Okay, let me run this down. So, potential cultists. We have the silken threads. Dude, I would love to play this campaign on tabletop with people. It's a funny little tailor shop. It doesn't take any orders and now buys any fabric, but they always seem to seem so busy. Second one is the alchemy shop. We've been in the alchemy shop in the DLC. And they traded with everything, not just healing. Judging by the ingredients they have been buying from the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemist rituals going on. Okay. I have to go. Thank you. Land? Here for chat. I've been waiting for you to come and see what strange beast you've taken into your party. I'd like to know more about you. Let me guess, your first question is, can you wear a hat with one horn out? Am I right? So can you wear a hat with one horn out? Sure I can, but certain designs don't suit me well. Lan speaks in deadly serious voice. You speak common much better than the rest of your tribe. Funnily enough, common isn't all that common underground. But your observation is correct. I used to live in the surface with my parents for a while, and I had the chance to learn a couple of things. The language and the fact that every peasant who sees my skelly mug screams, "Demon!" and runs away. I don't know if you resisted, but my mom wasn't from the underground tribe. She was a smuggler, the kind that used the dungeon of Cannabris to secretly move store goods. One time, two gangs couldn't agree on how to share a prime cut, got into a fight, and the winners threw the losers down a hole, dead and living alike. My dad went to check if the corpses had anything useful on them, and he found a girl from the surface, barely clinging to life, and a credible feeling sparked between them. Or maybe the girl just liked man with scales and a cat nose. That might be it. Well, one way or another, he got her back to her feet and later even left the caves. She left her smuggling behind and they began an honest life together. That's the delightful story of the old land came into the world. The next chapter, however, my family and I never stayed in one place long. We lived sometimes on the surface, sometimes on the grounds. We couldn't find a place to call home. Living in the caves was hard on my mom, and my dad's appearance raised too many questions in Mendev. They're at war against the demons after all, and in the end, parents decided to stop making each other miserable and separated. My father and I returned to our tribe, and I think the peasant screaming demon had something to do with it. Or maybe dad just couldn't stand the life without the rat tail soup. I wouldn't rule that out. Oh man. Hello, I'm confused. Is this D&D channel or video game channel? Ultimate Cluster, this is the video game of Pathfinder. I cannot log into the Conan after new patch. Is there another new patch happening? Well, you will have to wait after the stream to let me fix that. Dude, what is going on with their patches? I thought they would stop patching because they finished. You come with me so you could see the surface again? No, that wasn't it. I don't have much patience for certain types of creatures. Demons, I mean. If they want to destroy Cannabris, I'll be on the side of the people they're attacking. Len, you're my companion, and companions should trust each other. I'm counting on you. Give me an honest answer. No excuses. I guess you're right. I shouldn't have been so evasive. Just that some things are hard to talk about. In my family, for example. My birth, hell take me, turned out to be a great misfortune for my parents. All because I'm relatively healthy. The best thing that came from a marriage between a cave-dwelling mongrel and one of the surface. A healthy child with the right numbers of hands and feet. No apparent defects, no missing organs or other problems. They saw hope in me, so risked having more children. Thought it would somehow be all right. Could have had 4 brothers. The first born 2 years after me. And died 3 years later. He didn't have a nose. Nothing even remotely resembling one. He could only breathe through his mouth. Mom and dad were afraid to take their eyes off him, for fear he'd choke and suffocate on his something. But in the end, it was his weak heart that killed him. Then 3 other pregnancies, and birth, I pretended I was sleeping, but snuck out of my bedroom and listened under the door. All those hours, it was very strange, but I never heard the newborn screaming. Mom moaning, yes. The priests praying. Then I dared to open the door a little and looked inside. The priest stood there, very pale. One of them was holding something, a small object that fit in his palm. He asked, "Do you know what this is?" The other one said, "I think it's a head." Holy shit. It's okay, you don't have to keep going on there if it hurts. Hell no, I started to tell you, so I'll make it to the end. Want to know why I followed you to the surface? Well, here's the reason. It turned out that this time Mom was expecting triplets. The first of the babies was born in pieces, and the other 2 didn't live long enough to draw their first breath. About 3 weeks later, my father took me to the caves. He didn't want to leave, and I could see it in his face, but I think my mom and he decided it together. The curse of my people have carried since the first crusade stood between them. Not to mention the 4 dead babies, and old age was rapidly taking its toll on my father. After we returned to the cave, he only lived another 4 years. So if you're asking me why I decided to go up with you, well, the answer is I've always wanted to, and was afraid to leave my tribe. but it always haunted me that I'd die in a world where 4 Crusaders could do nothing to stop the beasts of the abyss. And the number of victims kept growing. I want to change that, or at least try to. Oh, that's cute. And if changing things is too much to ask, then at least get a little revenge. The ones who are behind the world wound owe me a great debt. The lives of 4 brothers, all my brothers' tears, my father's broken heart. It's a lot. It's so much that killing a couple of demons won't do it for me. I want to do something real, and I'm ready to pay any price. Call it the personal crusade if you like. I used to think that things would be better if I'd never been born, but now I think I was born for this, to settle the score. Aww. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, Pathfinder is different from D&D. I thought it was a module of D&D. Actually, Pathfinder is an alteration of D&D. Pathfinder was created itself because they thought that D&D was too simple in its terms of rule set and made their own path. And afterwards it became Pathfinder. And now I think it's the 2nd edition of Pathfinder out in terms of the rules. It's basically, you could say, Dungeons and Dragons, but more into depth and detail. But yeah. Shipbroman, thank you kindly. Much love to you. Safe travels home. Pathfinder is where you introduce math into D&D. Exactly. So why didn't you go up and join the Crusades before? I couldn't. Just abandon my tribe. I'm their best hunter. All they have much harder without me, but now that the demons are nearly destroyed, the caves almost collapsed and our heads sitting on waiting out wasn't any option anymore. Anyway, I'm more useful up here than I'm down there. Plus, the chief let me go, which means my debt to the tribe has been paid. Fair enough. Would like to find your mother? No. I don't want to meet her. Not because I feel resentment. It's just because she has a half-elf. She's barely got her first gray hair, and I'll be a ramshackle old man. She's buried enough children. There's no need to make her witness the death of another one. I hope you understand. Oh man, I'm very truly sorry. Well, then I'm very lucky. I met someone who not only helped me choose the right path, but is happy to listen to my whining. Cute. I like Glenn. He's cute, man. This parent story hits me a little bit. Your parents' love didn't survive hardship, but that doesn't mean that the same thing will happen to you. What if you find true love? Someone who won't leave you no matter what. And break my beloved's heart when I die in her arms 5 years later? That's a fine thing to do, person do you love? Then again, there's a chance I'll inspire some tragic bard to write a tearful ballad. Thanks for sharing, Len. Mongols have a short lifespan, but you don't look like you're getting old or dying. How old are you? I am as old as I look. No surprises there. But remember Sol? He's 10 years older than me. I remember him back when he was fearless warrior. And day by day I watched him turn into an old man. Him and my father. It happens very quickly. First you miss a shot because you don't see the targets clearly. And you think it's because your eyes are tired and you tell yourself it's going better tomorrow. Then you notice you're having trouble breathing and climbing harder than before. Your fingers stop bending and you have to tie your sword to your hands. You can't even put your own griefs without help. When you're washing your face in the stream, it's sometimes you catch sight of a gray-haired, wrinkled old man you don't recognize. And this goes on until one day you come across a cave beast and you realize you can't outrun it. Well, my dad kept diaries marking all the signs, and I saw it too. Last year I had to help him get out of bed, help him dress, remind him to eat. Sometimes he forgot my name. I told him that we should have stayed on the surface, and he joked that dodging a goddess was behavior unworthy of the Crusaders. He meant for Asma. Interesting. What about Windwalker? Were we just friends, or were you more than that? Wow, you really don't pull your punches, do you? There was a time when I asked myself the same question. Windwalker knew me better than anyone. She understood me better than anyone. She was my first woman. But we never loved each other. Maybe it could have grown to love. But I always seemed like she never understood what love was. Maybe she just wasn't capable of those kind of feelings. Okay. Thank you. That's enough for now. That's enough for now. Dude, land is good. Does it seem less popular? I mean, D&D definitely is the most popular tabletop RPG on the planet at the moment. No doubts about it, because of the marketing, because of Critical Role, because of all the stuff behind it, pushing the knowledge of Dungeons & Dragons to the people out there. But there are all kinds of hundreds of alterations. I don't know, Pathfinder, for example. There is then Conan the Barbarian that I played quite a lot. There is a module that is very Viking orientated that I would like to play at some point. But I think D&D is mostly so popular and successful because of how easy it is to create a character, pop in, and start playing. You know, it's not too much in depth of calculations and in stuff like that. So I think D&D is a good starting position, and it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. And then there's other models that go more in depth and will become more complex in terms of how systems work together and blah blah blah. But yeah, I think because of how easy it is to just play, that's why it's just more successful and more popular. And of course, because of media. I mean, Critical Role has millions of viewers, and it spreads the idea of D&D every day. D&D is more popular because of its higher flexibility, I expect. Yeah. A mysterious friend. Oh, that's a cool name. Welcome in. Welcome in. On the other hand, in this game, we spend hours on Discord trying to push another few hundreds damage per round. Hello! It's the same thing with pretty much every type of entertainment. Anything that is simple is more popular. Anything that is complex is like to be smaller demographic. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good. So, what do we have here? Who's that? Indara. You stream mostly Pathfinder? We just started this exclamation mark special. We have teamed up with Alcat Games, the creators of this game. And we have a permadeath challenge run. If we beat it, we get $200 to give away to you guys in terms of Steam gift cards. We're giving away a copy of this game, exclamation mark giveaway, if you want to enter. If you want to see how to enter. And we're gonna go through it until we die or beat the game. Hopefully beat the game. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll do a second run if you guys are into it and want to watch a second run. And then go on the evil side maybe and become a demon or a lich king or whatever. Good. An imposing young Orid is surrounded by a crowd of crusaders who have been hanging to every word. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between Skald legionnaires from the last war and the crusaders. The perfection of form and spirits they were imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine. Not a ragtag bunch of individuals, but a united whole. Now tell me again, why am I supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults? Where everyone is fighting for their ego and for the rights to beat their peers to a swift but pointless heroic sacrifice? Crusaders grumble unhappily, but it's clear that they are captivated by the woman's word. The only exception is straggling this halved monk,
A steadfast supporter.
whose puffy black eye gives him away as a brawler and a troublemaker. He enthusiastically pushes forward and tries to engage, but one of his friends swiftly jabs him in the back and elbow, make the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. Mysterious friend, welcome to the north. Welcome to the fan. I'll be doing phenomenal. So, while I listen to the discussion, one of the crusaders angrily curls fists tightly and resorts with a burst of passion. If those gists of yours, or whatever, had come for us, we had their guts for quarters. I think we've never fought a mighty adversary before. Soldier's stern facades cannot fully conceal his relish. The one chuckles before cutting off her interlocutor. I would love to see you storm 60-foot-tall walking castle shaped in like a gigantic elephant that carries siege fortification on its back, And I'll have you know, these fortifications were defended by Jixen priest craftsmen armed with demon-bound war machines. They used the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. You should not argue with someone who's happened to the most authoritative researcher in history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. For more than 4,000, Absalom has been the city of the center of the world. Interesting. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? Who are you? I'm Indara, a warrior, a magus, a scholar of classical warfare from the Gurant. What the hell is the Garant? Garant is a continent found south of Avistan, across the Inner Sea, and west of Kasmoran, which is separated by the Obari Ocean. In the late age of Unguish Age of Destiny, Central Garant was the heart of civilization in the hemisphere of the Legacy Arcane. Discovered remains, dangerous wilds, and jungles. Okay, sounds like Africa or something like that. You come a long way to be here. I like to think myself as an inhabitant of Golarion, and I don't narrowly identify with any country in particular. Why did you come here? To witness the legendary war, the confrontation between denizens of a plane famous for its love of violence and crusaders from every continent, united by the common goal of defending their home. Maybe she just can't see it from here. The view will get you very epic if she stops hiding among us and takes a walk outside. The woman smirks. She does not deem Monk's words worthy of comment. It looks like you know more about warfare than any of us. Oh, I'm hearing things, or did someone finally acknowledge my competence in the art of warfare? Perhaps there is a sufficient open-minded person among the Crusaders after all. I find myself pleasantly surprised. Why didn't you join us? No. I'm an historian, an analyst, a theorist. Do you know what these three words have in common? They describe a mortal woman who does not participate in a conflict upon which her thesis will be founded. But then again, I would hardly be able to describe this mess as anything other than a feeble likeness of the last war of Jitska. The more dangerous the upcoming scuffle is, the more motivated we are to find clever and pretty words to justify not actually doing a fighting. A pink eye. Love the name. What is that last word that I mentioned? The last war of Jitska, of course. A large-scale conflict that took place 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. It was war against the Osirian pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues. The war had ended the legendary Jitska Imperium, an epic struggle that became the most vibrant page in military history. Alas, all conflicts that followed are just a pale shadow, including the one I am witnessing here. Why do you find the last war so inspiring? Imagine legions of golems imbued with extraplanar spirits marching into battle. Imagine flying cities that swoop out of the clouds like terrifying monsters. Picture gigantic mechanisms powered by captive and very angry demons and devils. Imagine standing in the warpath of walking citadels or having to cover your ears to block out the sound of cannon loaded with shrieking elementals. Finally, imagine the ultimate weapon that defeated the Jitska, the deadly Night Plague. This affliction was an attack dog, a trained epidemic, a tamed pestilence, striking only those who its master wanted to kill. Imagine all these terrors and understand that no flight of fancy can even come close to the horror of the nightmares that it have made real. How is it that you know so much about them? I can say you with your false modesty that there's no more authoritative researcher in Golarion than I. Sometimes risking my life is a process. Okay, fair enough. But you were wrong to treat the Crusaders with such a disdain. Allow me to explain. The debates. Oh, I'll be happy to prove that the current conflict can't hold candle to the last war of Jitska. Very well, the last war Jitska was waged using the significant greater numbers of troops. Both sides actively relied on reinforcements from allied planes, and their strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of them above applies to this war of yours. Compared to Jitska, we are but stone-cobbling-wielding kobolds. I would like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel from Dagon, an advisor of the Pharaoh of Forgotten Plagues. I doubt you will comprehend the true genius of his statements, but here it is nonetheless. A Gaftly sees the ox pays no heed to the Gaftly, but crimson fever takes them both. The events of the past are shrouded in legend, but the fate of the world is being decided here and now. That is what you fail to grasp. Oh, we succeeded, nice. Of course I'm not trying to diminish the importance of the current events. What I'm trying to say is that from the standpoint of history and the particular history of warfare, the true importance of the developments won't become obvious until later. Oh. Offers a potential dismissal. As a scholar, I cannot deny that there is a certain truth beneath your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline, rooted in fact that an evidentiary base that grows ever more meager. The farther the described period is from the present moment. My brain hurts. Of course, I were to argue in bad faith, the way Crusaders embellish their tales of slaying a single Briamorok by adding a dozen Balors, for example. I could win these debates, but I am above such things, and therefore I am forced to admit that your skepticism is not entirely without merit. Have you changed your minds about joining? I don't see the points. Your Crusades appear to be quite confident in your skills. If nothing else, you've presented your arguments to me with extreme confidence. Oh. This is a worthy blade. It will be used only for the strong, but also for the wise. And this is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics. Found in Dara. Indara. Jitska Scholar. Dude, that was an interesting character. I'll get back to my research. Stay safe. What? Is that how easily people can teleport in and out? Holy shit. Holy shit. For those watching the VOD, please, if you like it, subscribe, comments down below, thumbs up. For those watching here right now live with us, if you like ST, smash that heart button, follow us, become part of the community, !Discord, hop into my Discord server, and become part of the Army of the North. Skald to that. That was an interesting conversation.
Let us be off.
Who is you? Hilor. Greetings, I'm Hilor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. Oh, he's the one who gives you mercenaries. Yeah, I don't want mercenaries, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sila. Hey there, during the march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange proper greetings. It's high time I shake your hand. Well, I'd like to know more about you. Of course, ask anything. Where are you from? A little bit from Gab, a little bit from Karapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Yomadi. I was accepted and began training at 14. I belong to the ranks more than I belong to any other place. I became the Mandev by a long road. A very long one. A traveler is expected to have most amusing stories. Unfortunately, I've only 3 tales of any interest. I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself. It's time to start bragging. And that just won't do. Especially since I will win the night with my cautionary tale of the battle with the Chupacabras. What? You can't tempt me with a story about Chupacabras and then not follow through, but what the fuck are Chupacabras? Although, yeah, let's talk about that on the feast. Like your attitude will never overcome grief and misery without hope for better dreams of brighter days. Fair enough. I'm not really interested about the principles of Yomade. Iref said your friend Jaina Alderi is missing. Do you know where she could be? Iref is worried about her fighters, understand it. I wanted to look for Jaina myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Gina and I met in Canabris a few days ago. We went drinking together. We went that unforgettable celebration together. But we got separated in the crowd, so we should start looking for her on the main square. Okay. So Gina Aldori might be on the main square. Main square. Fair enough. Gina's a good fighter. Even if she's green, she couldn't have become an Aldori otherwise. Fair enough. Thank you for speaking. Good, what do we have over there? Because it teleports away. Isn't teleporting yourself still a super big thing here? Like you need a lot of experience? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Hiller and the Spinner of Nightmares. Book of the first astonishing exploits of the Venture Captain Hiller. Published by the Pathfinder Society. That is Hiller over there. Interesting. Beth. Never mind. Good. I'm curious now about the cellar. If there's any reminiscences from our DLC down there. Dimension Door is a tier 4 spell, so basically any caster with level 7 can teleport. You need level 7 only? Okay. The medallion you're wearing, that's a secret symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden? Kalane? I'm a tavern keeper, best in the city, the best there is ever been, and I pray to the best god there is. You and I. So shall we raise a toast to Caden? May he show us wisdom in the bottom of every tankard. So drink, no one's stopping you. Just remember, it's not on the house. Is there any place in the city worth visiting? Even places that normal people would go when there's plenty? Yeah. The Pituxian Wine Cellar. Pituxian Wine Cellar. Was not Pitux your enemy in Kingmaker? It was belonging to Pituxian Trading House. Then King Irovet came to power in Pitux. And property started changing hands. Soon after, the seller's shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of him, just the head. American gangsters had taken possession of the place. He wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the streets. And he ended up in the gallows. Then King Irovetti's numbers. So now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say that the headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Tovland! Nu is het nou big. Have fun. No. Have fun. Hã? Sim, ó, no todo tempo. So, good. Let's have a look what he has to sell. There's a lot of potions. Enlarged person, potion of 8, potion of blur, potion of invisibility, bull strength, cat's grace, restoration lesser. Oh, that's good. Let's grab me 2 of those. Plus of the neophytes. Whenever the wearer has this glass and casts a cantrip, the spell deals 1 additional damage. Ooh, that's a nice one. Dark Whale. Oh. Bag of Holdings. Minus 100. Oh, yes. Give me that. Give me that. A bag of Holdings so we can carry more. Spicy pastry. Probably we need some spices for that. What are classes of your party right now? I'm assuming the main character is a bard. No, the main character is a Skald. It's a mix of a bard and a barbarian. So he's a barbarian. So sell all the rubbish that I have. Okay, deal. Good. So we have a Skald over here. We have an Zen. I can't even remember. He is an class. He's a monk, Zen archer. Then we have a shaman spirit hunter. And then we have the classical paladin. New recipes. Nice. So let me learn the recipe. Info. Comprehensive guide of cooking tasty dishes. Copy recipe. But can I see somehow what I need for that recipe to cook it? That would be great. Holgus worm. Oh, I get my 2k gold coins. Here, take this. Yes, it's the 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that Holgus worm always keeps his words. You helped me to get back to the surface and I dully paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of future corporations. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for it. What do I mean? What's the job? For adventure, ready to sell their soul for booze and to lie down drunk in the gutter. Or you think you're somewhat different. A traveling knight, perhaps. Noble hearts. Without a coin on your name.
Unwavering purpose.
Lucky Burns, welcome to the north. Welcome to the fam. Always sizes you up and down and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me. You know, to get out of this mongrel's cave. So why should I care what you do with the money once you got it? Holger seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It is as though he is really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask you to refrain from such statement in the future. Oh, really? How impudent. No one dares tell Holgrus how to address the rabble. So what does this job involves? You should be my bodyguard. You see, I have a good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabris. I still have. Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in a wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside. One way or another, I shudder the image the state is now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect the servants fled with the soul of the demons. Only Abaddon knows what happens there. Already I asked the local paladins for help, but they have no desire to set foot outside the tavern. Damn cowards and traitors. Also, please, do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth after all. What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins. Double the reward and think about it. Ha! You're right. What kind of money could hire Queen Godfrey herself to guard me? 1,000 is my final offer. Okay. 1,000 is okay. Marvelous. Most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like my back of my hands. But do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. So, to the mansion of Gwyrm. I think we might do that first, even. Well, we'll see when we're outside. Mansion Gwyrm. Let me note this down. Dude, we have quite a lot of tasks ahead of us. Holy schmoly. I would have so loved to play this as a tabletop RPG with 4 other players and a proper Pathfinder DM, or be the DM myself. I don't know. Noble survivors, peasant survivor. Praise be to God in all parish. Citizen. Eagle Watch Crusader. Who are you? More spices. Thorn Autumn Haze. An old fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. He's pale as a ghost. His arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes, but even in such miserable state, he manages to keep calm. He raises his eyes and meets yours, and he says faintly, I'm Fawn Autumn Haze, at your service. Oh, do you need help? I think giving you a cold, intense look. He shakes his head. Do not trouble yourself with my behalf. A local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. Who are you? My name is Fawn Autumn Haze. I came from Kionan because I'm a hunter and all minions. Bye, Zoblet. Have fun. Love you. I'd rather not tell you more than it is necessary. If you say so. Who wanted you? I'm a sinner and accomplice to demons. The quarry I'm hunting is the unhospitable place. Well, I'm Kormakr and you can trust me. I might be able to help you. It would be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who is your quarry here in Mendef? I was hunting a fugitive at this Descarite by the name of Kai Lessa. This Descarite? Descarite means like somebody who's with the Scary, right? Kai Lessa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such are among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Canabris, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared in the city and was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued and couldn't free her soul from its service of the Dark Master. Sorry for your misfortune. I hope things will turn out differently next time. There's no need for pity. Your ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. Oh, our ancient kind. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when we meet next time. I would like to help you in your aids of hunting her down, because we are enemies of the Scarlet. One covers his eyes wearily. I thank you, but this is my mission, and I'm used to facing all manners of terrors on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kailesia, take caution. She's turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her many gifts. Okay. What does Kailesia look like again? I failed. Her skin is dark, her hair is pearlential white. Her red eyes can see perfectly in the dark, which do many dismay. I've come to know from my experience. But bright light causes her kind pain. I used an alchemical powder that explodes in dazzling flesh, and she cried out if I had stabbed her. Okay. So, let's have a look at the basement. Greetings, Midgardians. How are you? Heimdall himself. I thank you for your humble presence and for visiting us. Oh, Guardians of the Gate and Seer of All. How are you?
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall
Surrender
not
thy
fall.
soul, Delvin! Imyomad, protect us! Got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove them, tiefling. Dude, whoa, easy there, chief. Don't hit me. Who the hell is that? SD, how you doing? Welcome in. How's your stream? Thank you for the reins. Welcome in, SD Leagues. Is there a name or a reference to your community, SD? But welcome in. I'll be doing phenomenal. For those who do not know me, I'm Kormakr, your humble variety cast, a real-life Viking. I play all kinds of games. I'm a variety streamer, but I like games with a good story. Right now, we are on our Pathfinder, Last Azlanti, Permadeath, Iron Man modes run, and playing the game for the first time on a core difficulty with Permadeath, so stakes are super high. If you manage to beat it though, we get $200 to give to you guys in terms of Steam gift cards. And we're giving away a copy of this game today, and we have, I think, 2 more copies to give away for future streams. So feel free to type an exclamation mark special if you want to know more about what is going on here. Exclamation mark giveaway if you want to know more about how to enter the giveaway. And Did I forgot anything? Probably. But welcome in. Take a seat by the fire. Cozy up because it's story time. So, also let me give you a shout out here. Please go and share some love to my friend SD. He's playing all kinds of great games that we like to play here as well. What have you been playing today? If you don't mind me asking. What have you been playing today? I'm doing well, thank you. Thor is off doing strange things again, so I'm turning my gaze to what you Midgardians call Twitch. And Pathfinder looks interesting. It's highly interesting. I love it. Greetings, Dragon Lady. How you doing? Welcome in. So what we got here? A lot of stuff to grab and sell. Perfect. So look like there's no... How should I call it? What the hell is that? That's a lever. Another medkits. Old map of Vistan. What is that doing? There are 3 levers over here. What the hell? They're all up now? Is there some secret passage opening if I manage to do them proper? Let's talk to Woljif. Who are you?
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come
A
over
tiefling.
here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
He is a sneaky one. Apparently the guards are like, yeah, just grab whatever. We don't care.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your
Woljif.
teeth out.
Do his quest before rest time limit. Okay.
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
I kind of like him. Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
Tiefling Rattlers is change that gives a meaningful look. What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
Okay. So thief? Smuggler?
What a load of guff. If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Why Iron Janes, though?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
What a full of shit guy is he. Hoarding one. I like this. I was thinking of a tiefling, but I went the other way. Azimar. Now I have not completed my character yet. Still wondering what to be. Interesting. Are you talking about Pathfinder Tabletop, Heimdall? Or are you talking about Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? Or even Kingmaker? So, Asdi, what have you been playing, if you don't mind me asking?
He was caught thieving.
This game especially, I see. What are the odds of what you gonna pick? War Thunder. Have you been flying and shooting, or have you been tanking around? Steel Division 2? Ooh, I have it. I played Steel Division 1. I never came around to play the 2-1 proper. Flying lovely Japanese Zeros. Are playing on simulation or arcade? Your shadow, what was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
I can help you. I can't help you while you chain up in here. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth?
Yeah.
Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy, Woljif, locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he
That's
really wants to
greatest.
get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Okay, I'll talk it to you, Beth.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
I know he's full of shit, but I kind of like him, so we're gonna bring him out there. We need the kind of Han Solo kind of character. The button won't budge. So if I click these three up, and then click on a button, the button won't budge. The button won't budge. What about like this? I wonder if there's something that you can find in terms of
Follow me.
which of these to put up and which not. The button won't budge. Oh! Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho ho! Secrets! And there's a secret place that nobody knows. What do we have here? Yellowed letter. We're gonna read that in a bit. What do we have here? A helmet. Okay. Anything else? This looks like a secret place to... Oh my...
March on.
We're looking forward to Against the Storm next week. Me too. Me too. We got a secret place. So the bag of holdings lowers everything with minus 100. That is freaking cool. So we got here the Claw of Jitska. Apparently this has a flaming enchantment. Wow. What are you? A headband of alluring. Charisma +2. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, looking very sexy. What is this here? These goggles grant the wearer a +2 bonus on damage rolls against swarms. Oh. This clothes grants his variability to cast heroism spell once per day. Oh. That sounds good. Red Dragon Helmet. This helmet grants its wearer a fire resistance of 10. Additionally, 3 times per day, the wearer can breathe out a blast of fire, dealing 3d4 fire damage in a 15 coon. Holy shit. There we go. What is this? 3 Dancer's Boots. These boots grant the wearer a +2 companion's bonus of saving throws against movement impairing conditions. Let's give it to you. Nice boots. Righteous Exorcist Brazers. These brazers grant the wearer a +1 moral bonus on damage rolls against demons. That sounds interesting. Good. What else we got? This amulet grants the wearer a +2 companion's bonus on persuasion skills. Hell yeah. Give me that. This grants the wearer a +5 bonus to maximum hit points. Why not? Have a nice hat, Mrs. Robin Hood. Although it looks super silly. I think I'm not want to have her headgear show. Yeah. That's better. Oops. Then we got Dashing Chevalier Gloves. These gloves grants the wearer a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls. In addition, they also grant a +2 bonus on damage rolls while mounted. I don't have somebody who is mounted. A +1 damage, a +1 thingy on their attack rolls. Dashing Chevalier Gloves with fear reason. Or maybe I give it to him. Yeah, let's do that. Unlock the Mirage 2000. That's a nice thingy. Mirage 2000. What is that? Secret booty, always nice to find. I love booty in games, especially nice weapons or magical gear. Like the picture what happened to him. He's a mongrel. He is a descendant of the first Crusaders who have been very close to the world wounds, and therefore the demonic corruption afflicted their baby making. So babies turned out to come misshaped, missing limbs, missing organs sometimes, and the birth rate of a healthy baby was very low. Plus, they were mostly half something and half something, and he's half satyr, it looks like, and half, although somehow half elf. No, he's half elf, half lizard, because his mom was a half elf, exactly. And yeah, it also says that their lifespan is super short. So, good. What else do we have here? This signet grants its rare the ability to cast Bane spells. Oh, give me that. This signet grants the rare the ability to cast magic missile spells. Holy shit. Dude, what kind of crazy items do we get here? Owl Cat Feral Instinct provides a +2 morale bonus on perception and nature check. I mean, I'm the perceptionist, so I'm gonna grab that little one. Gets wisdom on world arcana, religion, and everything else. That I will give to you then. I'm gonna get the dragon. Companion. What else we have? The rat catcher goggles. I'm gonna give that to you. Okay. Looks very interesting. Let's see. Let's leave it like that. So let's go up and
onwards.
Talk to Irbeth to let the Tiefling 3. We have so many tasks to do. Holy shit. Who are you? Journal. The young man in world-torn traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Erastil. The old Deadeye, the stag gold, the oldest human god still worshipped in the inner sea region. Are you of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those who have talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Gernot, servant of Erastil. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing? Look into my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of its power upon me. I'm sorry to see that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my powers to heal. But there's a reason people say have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I could use the help of a cleric. Rustel knows I'll be glad to help you, but it is no use. My spells are depleted and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Canabras. I was sailing down the old manor of ours, the Great Sullen River, to a village named Chili Creek. They happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself. I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek, where is that? It's a small fishing village. It's not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. But they don't have a priest, so they have no heal their wounds, no offer prayers to a good catch. No one give their dead this dignified burial, and the world one is a stone throw away. I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek and serve my god and my people. Once we held Canabras, I'll be going there. If the grace be good, we'll see there, and you please come visit me. Good. Good. Me and Rest will watch over you. Interesting. Chili Creeks. More places. Holy shit.
Let us be off.
Irabeth, please let the guardian, the tiefling out. You ever take the spider cat lady instead of Len? It's my first playthrough, so I took Len. Kinky lizard snoo. Andy, where's your mind? 40 years of lifespan, right? I think something like that, like super short lifespan. There's a tiefling chained up in the defender's heart. What can you tell me about him? Woljif, a petty thief from a gang of tieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them, and the rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the defender's heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it, so he's been begging us for days to let him go free or even someone watch for him. He's already asked you to put his good word for him, isn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off of your guard's hands. We can ill afford to let soldiers spend their days watching over a middling thief. Hope the tiefling proves useful, should you decide to take him along. Okay. So I have the permission. But funny enough, I don't have anything like in hands. Nothing written. Nothing written down. I just can come down here to Delvin and be like, hey, free him.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Urbeth, and she decided to make you part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You recognize the voice actor of my character? Me?
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
Did you grab the spider lady, Sierra Echo?
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long.
I love him.
Rank up.
I love
Hold
him.
the line. This hamlet shall not
Oh,
fall.
this is great. This is great. Rogan Bolts, welcome in. What is his name? Dungeon Master from Critical Role. Oh, you mean Mercer? I did my second playthrough, but I haven't gotten very far past that yet. I see. I mean, depending on how this run goes, and if you guys have interest in it, and we have this kind of numbers of viewers and whatnot, we are gonna make a replay of this and play the evil parts, if you want to. Mad Mercer, exactly. Maybe. It could be that it's his voice. Rogan Bolts, how you doing? How was the stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Evil? I mean, yeah, we play now the good part, so would be just the way to do so. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Give this man a follow. Good to see you're still going. Oh yeah. We have fought the water elemental where everybody was crying out loud to be, don't do this mini boss, you can't skip him. But we managed to beat him. It was terrible because on his stats sheets, the amount of damage that he could do with one swing would have been an insta-kill for my tank character. But with potions and such, we managed to see through. It was very close though. Oh dear, it's funny. Most people I've seen only play Evil Pass. Is that so? So I'm one of the ones who are now playing an Evil Path? Interesting. What elemental fight is all about avoiding getting hits? Indeed, yeah. I mean, Lord Potion and stuff was good.
And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call
Was the boogeyman of the last
We
Azlanti
just call
players?
ourselves the family.
Yeah.
After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that Big Sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
Big Sister Charisma.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like,
Tiefling
Woljif,
Hammers.
how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
I disagree. Most people don't take Evil Pass. Also, taking Wendu with you doesn't exactly count as evil path. I see what you mean. You should watch Rogue Strategy for Water Elemental. We did beat the Water Elemental. We made it really, really good. I have a feeling that quest will lead to fights with a big sister.
Follow me.
A big sister from Star Wars? I hope not. So we have what are you? What are you, Woljif? You have the same level as we are. I've not seen one do a nice guy, so I'm surprised. Interesting, Handel. Well, grab a drink, take a seat, hang out with us here, and we gotta go from there. Wait, is he proficient with scroll scribing? Why is there this thing there? Copy to spellbook. Oh, I can copy those things to spellbook? Copying blur to spellbook. Oh, yes, please. Protect communal from chaos. Put that to spellbook. Hell yeah, please. What is he? Rogue Eldritch Scoundrel. What the actual F is this? It's like a rogue / magician? A spellcasting rogue. Interesting. Gonna make a powerhouse out of him? I can't imagine. Can you respec on core difficulty? I have no clue. I have no clue. Spellbook. Sleep mage armor. Grease. Oh, nice. Nice. What else do we want from you? Scroll of shields. Protection from good. Protection from blah. Summon a small water elemental. I mean, why not? Let's copy them all to the spellbook. And we can see then if we want to use them or not. Woljif. We'll lose them all? Interesting. I don't know more about you. Are you family tieflings too? Family is an interesting story actually, but I don't tell this to just anyone. My father and mother had a bakery. Their life was great, but the gods never blessed them with any children. One day my mother went to the river to wash some clothes and saw a basket floating downstream. Inside of the basket was a baby, adorable and chubby, and fast asleep. It was yours truly. In my hand was a note, striped with expensive perfume, that said, "Take care of my little angel." My mother brought me home, and my father realized right away that I was heaven sent. They raised me as their own. When I turned 15, my mother showed me my baby blanket. It was embroidered with a coat of arms of an unknown kingdom, all in gold thread. Ever since then, I've been looking for my real parents, but it's not easy. Traveling takes money, so I've had to make a few gold coins. I would pay you back as soon as I find my real family. I give you my word. Here, 10 coins. Thanks a lot, Chief. May Amade or whoever you worship save you, and otherwise you'll be done for. You believe anything you hear? I was really a prince. I wouldn't be sitting around here. I can tell you that much. I've already gotten to take what was rightfully mine. And then I would come back with an army, and I could watch the guard and merchants who pushes me around all my life bow and scrape before me. But that's not gonna happen. Want to hear a real story? The true story is boring. My family is human. Both my father and my mother, they used to live in a village nearby. I forget the name. When my ma had me, my old man got so mad he almost killed her. Pinned her to the wall and started asking questions like, why does his son have horns and a tail? Well, my ma told him that her mother, my grandma, used to fool around with a demon. When he heard this, Daddy Dearest got drunk, thrashed the house, and then took off. I don't remember any of this, of course. My grandma told me. I was about 3 years old when my mother brought me to Kenabris and left me with my grandma. She said to her, "You and your demon have ruined my life. Now you handle him." Then she left. I haven't seen her or my dad since. That fucking liar. He lied with me with a story of him being in a basket, and I gave him even money. I'm too naive. She did leave a blanket though. That part was true, but my grandmother burned it because it was infested with lice. It wasn't even good enough to use as a rag. You think after all that my grandmother saw the lights, felt rightly ashamed and kissed my horns? I wish. Nah. People used to give her troubles for fooling around with a demon. She wasn't welcome anywhere. She got angry. Normal kids get bedtime stories, see? But the only tales I got told by her was that Dad was worthless and my mom was a slut. And I was a demon spawn that no one cared about. She only kept me so I could help around the house and steal things she needed. So that's the truth. Wow. You have demon blood in you. Don't you feel drawn by the abyss? Why? Are you an inquisitor or something? What is it to you? If I've wronged you somehow, just come out and see it. Don't ask me trick questions. Your shadow looks strange. What kind of magic is that? Ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up. No dark magic, no fraud. A trick without any deception. Woljif snaps his fingers and the blue flame engulfs him. The shadows, what the other people are running out. His feet floating in the air bends. It is the shadows of a huge horned winged demon with claws. Ta-da! It doesn't do anything, it just looks scary. I remember when it was little, an older beggar showed me and my friends how to make shadow puppets. You put your fingers together in front of a light, and it makes the shadow of a deer or a dog. Exactly, yeah. I tried so hard I wanted to make the best shadow, and I did. Just happened. Funny enough, that's the last time I had any real friends. They tried to stone me later, screaming at me, calling me a demon. Oh man. Tiefling is always a demon to those wimps. Even the lowest rank drunk gnome thinks he's better than me. I think it looks formidable. I like it. What about blue fire? That's my favorite part. And it doesn't burn at all. If you had a coin for every time I caught a beating for my little show here, I'd already be proposing Galfrey. But still, I don't want to give up on something be so beautiful. Okay, enough talking for now. Thank you kindly. Good. We've talked to everybody. We have lots of tasks to do. I guess let's head outside. Or something. Shade! I can hear forever. How you doing, Shade? Welcome in. Masterwork Dagger, Flame of Jitska. Ooh. So how's my spellbook doing? Character cannot cast spells of this level. I see. So I have Burning Hands, which is within a cone. Spray. Mage Armor. I mean, Mage Armor might be harmful. But I think we'll... Braces of Armor. We'll screw up with this here. A lot of magic missiles. Have some more. Look, have you been home for a while now? What about you? I'm doing phenomenal. I'm just enjoying this run so much. And I'm so happy that a lot of you are tagging along to enjoy it with me together. Infinite magic missiles. It looks like it. Since you have a caster now, remember that Inspired Rage blocks one Inspired from casting. You have the option to turn it off and accepting Inspired Rage from others, just to consider. Yeah, exactly. Rage is blocking off casting spells. Yeah. Schnitt Beast, have a wonderful... See you soon. Bye-bye. Infinitive magic missiles. Yeah, he's a magic missile machine, apparently. There we go. Have some more magic missiles. Okay. So we have the composite longbow. And the master longbow over here. No, I'm gonna have the composite. I'm gonna stay on that. Okay. And I still have some accessories. Did I use them all, apparently?
This is my path.
I do have that little pet now. Where is he? Summon an Alcat pet. It only doesn't appear in here. Good. I've talked to everybody. I know what to do. Or at least I have a lot of tasks to do. We'll see. We'll see. This place has been sanctified and protected the area around it from corruption. Oh, a lot of stuff to find. I wonder if there's crafting in this game.
Onwards.
To the basements. Let's head over here. Oh, look at that little doggo there. What the hell is that thing? Madam, look what we've got here. Are you too mad or whatever processes you to steal the gem golem from the Tower of Estrot Museum? You didn't steal nothing, Commander. We saw the looters dragging it down the street and captured it. That shiny fella belongs to the treasury. The inlay alone is worth more than a castle. Joran, see to that it's one lays so much a finger of the golem. Plucks out a single... What the hell? Is that from the DLC? The golem? A lot of peasant survivors. It's from the enhanced edition. It's from the Transmog Golem. Oh, so I can look however I want to. Transmog is that, right? Where I can design however I want to look like with my character. And not have to look a certain way if I have a silly helmet that I don't like how it looks. But wants to keep its stats. A bark! Joran Vein. Oh, that's the brother. You can make items look like different items you own. Yeah, exactly. You're Stone Vein brothers, right? Oh, I can show him radiance. Do you recognize this sword? Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made this with my own hands. There's my brand, see? The dwarf carefully takes the sword of his hands and gazing it looks like a doting father. Oh, Janiel. Things have been tough without you. But at least we'll still got your sword. That's something. Turn to the sword. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted. They break. But sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain it. I have no authority on these things. But something like an echo of the deeds done with this weapon. Or more like the reflection of a wilder soul. I don't know. I'll say one thing. Take care of that sword. Janiel may longer be with us. But the demons will still remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. Scout is all worn. Can't be having a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make a new one if you like. If the city stands strong, we both survive. Come see me again and I'll have it ready for you. No charge. Okay. So how is your brother to be blamed for Dresden's fall? I mean, I'm curious about that. I've told the story too many times already. Well, telling it one more time won't kill me. Dresden was built after the First Crusade, back when it seemed like a victory is ours. And the demon invasion would soon be at end. The population of Old Sarkoris was thoroughly diminished, and many of them hoped to see their hard fighting repaid with a small plot of unclaimed land. Dresden was a fortress built on all our hopes and Mendev's ambition. No, you're not supposed to say that out loud. What a city it was, Kormakr. You can't even imagine. It was built by the finest engineers from the Five Kingdoms. Five Kings Mountains. Interesting. Queen Godfrey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be a capital the Crusade movement, a monument to its glory and a beacon and hope to Galarian. Heroes were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over Taldor, Garons, Tianxia. They couldn't list them all. A relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there. The banner had been carried into battle by Yomade herself, back when she was still humane. That banner protected the city and kept the demons from teleporting inside. As long as the banner was in place, Dresden was invincible. Oh, and your brother was convinced to take it away from there. I see. I see. Show me a where's. That little wretched lady convinced him to bring that in. So, Smasher, Attrition Dagger, Detainer. Holy shit, he has a lot of magical weapons. Masterwork Javelins. How about throwing? Throwing axes. Great swords, throwing axes. Put that in. Gonna grab me Masterwork and a normal throwing axe. And I have a deal. In terms of armor. Breastplate is higher, but the max dexterity is lower. Don't want that. Armor of Vigilance. It's the wearer +4 bonus to AC against sneak attacks. Living Ram. Whenever the wearer this breastplate uses the charge combat maneuver, it hits an enemy. They deal 1d extra bludgeoning damage, and it costs 10k. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. The rugged helmets. The helmet grants the wearer an DR3 melee, but the wearer suffers a penalty of perception. What is it? Damage reduction. Oh, nice. Dude, we have some great items here. Holy moly. Quiver of cold iron ammunition. We might need one. We might need one. So let's grab one. Anything else? Attrition Dagger. Oh man, there's some great stuff in here. There's some really great stuff in here. Okay, so you're the transmog golem. Happy to be of service. Michelle and brighten your vivid day. Can I do anything useful? Cast illusion on my gear. Okay. Maybe later on when I've when I know what kind of looks there are and whatnot.
Let's move.
Okay. Let's bring my throwing axes in. Looks like this and then this. There we go. 2 throwing axes. Do I have the trait already for dual fights? Martial proficiency. Dual weapon fighting. There we go. Good. Bring you in. Whew! Chat, I'm excited. I'm excited. What I forgot though is the spellbook of Milady over here. Bold strength. Protection communal. Ooh, hold person. Hold person is strong. Verse endurance is also. And delay poison. There's a lot of poison shit going on. Gonna have those. But she will get those only after her next rest. Tieflings hideouts. That's quite close. The Blackwing Library is super far. That's the market square. The protection wine cellar is even further. So let's go and make Woljif's run first. 1 hour. Ooh, had to sneeze. This reminds me of Kingmaker, of the big battle map. So let's see what his hideout is all about.
Follow me.
I don't know if I want to grab that. Why are there 5 people on their knees? The basement is dark and dank. You are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman who'd been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then? Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister carries me. Oh, just one thing after another. First I was in the shackles, next, well no, I still was in shackles and was being watched, and then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. And you've been waiting for me. Enough talking, or else I'll be here all night. So, with a clear plan, we're going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guards, there was time to get away, but what happened? That bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us. And I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Do you think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? He speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so you had someone to hide behind if that went south. Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that brother Woljif has been part of has been very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards, while their competitors found out where they could ambush them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out of a smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion as us all. Oh, they want to point it on him. I would have said that meant that Woljif was cursed with finding friends among losers and screw-ups. But, you know, that he's with us, that must mean the curse has been broken. Oh, land. That depends. He was indeed most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he also ended up in a party with you. Wow. Well, just tell us your part of the story. What happened? What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Gresme got 6 of us together in the very basement. Me and those 5 others over there, I mean. She rounded us up and says that there was a good score, ancestries and wonders on the one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that guarded by a golem. But now a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone in a particular night. All 6 of us knowing a bit of magic, and we know that any enchantment junk will sell for a pretty penny. Interesting. Right? Transmog is super good. The most important thing, no casing out of the place. No calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock. I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was out lookout. Brother Melron had the scroll. Dolphy, Tavi, and Varnir brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them into a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it, and next thing I know, Irobet was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blokeheads were dragging me out by the tail and put me in shackles. They look at my rings. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. To add the insult to injury, I've never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. But clown suits so fun. Clown suits? Yes, just remember that you need to own the item to make the other look like it. So first transmog and then sell only after. Yeah, makes sense. We did everything right. Yeah, exactly. But he caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything? Where's the moon of the abyss, brother Woljif? What is the moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. I used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the Entrances and Wonders. Sterling silver sparkled like a star. Fine pieces of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon. In the middle, there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philemon was so proud of that amulet, he used to say, "I'll never sell it, the jewel of my collection." I used to get there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at it than Canabras. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you for a second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around the Entrances and Wonders, drooling over the moon. Do you think you could swipe it all in a commotion and keep it for yourself? Do you hope that we'll all lock up and you'd get off scot-free? And with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Irobeth arrest her own informants? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rats, I've kissed her on the hands and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the salon can have a nice, wolf-sized dinner? The Moon of the Abyss is pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's not just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You know, if people would protect you. You know you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. Certainly, you knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is nobody returned the amulets to Philemon. Are you giving Irobeth a cut? Is that it? You've seen her? You think she'd take a cut of anything I offer to her? She can't be bought. She's like the 3 hells of Yomadi all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. I'll find some knights who will take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Irobeth isn't one of them. Go on, Woljif. I would love to be voiced here. How much of the game is voiced percentage, said Delric? That's the whole story. That's the whole story. Some families, this turned out to be just a name in the end. In the real life family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusation. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I gonna do with it? We can sell it to Crusaders in a special item. We can wear it. It's get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't pretty. If that's important to you, Sister Kirasme, I'll find it. I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you end up at the bottom of Sullen. But you know what you're gonna owe me for that, huh? An apology right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. We'll say, sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. Spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You look into these eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if he's a family to come for you. You have no peace, but one day, you'll be tired of running, you'll stop to catch your breath, and that is when you'll get caught. Got that? Most side stories isn't voiced? Oh, that's a shame. I hope they managed to voice everything on their Warhammer 40k game. You have a way with words, Sister Charisma. A way that almost made me wet myself. By the way, nonetheless, let's go, Chief. We'll go chat at the scary girl, Irabeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. And I'll let you do the talking. After all, it's Kickstarter game, and voicing such massive amount of lines would cost food. Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Well, we'll find a traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onwards to Irabeth, Chief. Roots out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. So, I wonder if I interact with any of the items here, if I would get attacked by them. So, probably I'd rather not do anything out of the ordinary here. I'll leave the loot stuff alone. I would like in red hands when it's considered stealing or something like that. Show you what you can grab and not grab. But from a logical sense, it wouldn't be a good impression if you would start going around there poking in things and having a look at them. Random encounter. Interesting. The amount of dialogue in this game to voice is tremendous, to say the least. Well, lucky enough, my voice acting voice and bots are pretty used to speaking a lot. Okay. Let's move over here. And let's shoot the spider.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh, beautiful. Woljif. Ooh! Snack attack. Yay! That's what I'm talking about.
You are today's sacrifice.
Beautiful. So let's see our throwing axes in action. That's a miss. That's a miss.
You won't survive me.
Easy. That's what I call freak speed. Today's stream is still 6 p.m. We'll see if any of the donors will get, if any of the goals will be hit, and we expand the time, or we'll see. We're gonna play until full point, and then we'll see from there. To enter this location, it's Mouse Man. How you doing? Welcome in. Yes, we have the best voice actor. Who needs it in the game? Shaw. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. I hit my elbow on the table. Make me blush, my friend.
March on.
Oh, that sounds amazing, Mouse Man. Show me where's. Mastery dagger, normal dagger. Deal, thank you. Irabeth. Oh, Lady Irabeth. Huh. Well, what Irabeth will say to us, and if she will help us with the finding the thief in that little shop or not, you'll see in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in.